Kids, aloha. This is Maymay again. She wanted to say hello, the little cross-eyed kitty. She doesn't like to be filmed. I'll have to get you Cougar one of these days. He's a big Coogie. And Maymay, she's the one I fed when she was less than a week old, little baby bottle. I fed Coogie the same way. I'm a cat lover, dog lover, cat lover, mouse lover. I got a picture of a mouse. I'll bring that up one of these days. But speaking of cats, I was going to go right into old Bobby getting his head popped back by Gene, but I can't do that. I have another agenda. I promise I'll get back. I'll have an episode on jobs, how important jobs are, and how we all look at jobs that we're in. All right, Uncle Martin had quite a few, and I think that might be just an episode in itself. It'll be under jobs on that episode. Whenever that happens, just put it on the back shelf. We got kitty, so we might as well say kitty food. I had to get kitty food. I was running out of kitty food. They're getting pretty expensive, kitty food. In fact, they don't even have it on the shelves sometimes. So I get over to the store where I got the corn. Remember Amy, little sweetie? Well, I get in there and the same store, and I'm looking for cat food. So as I'm going down the aisle to get cat food, this gentleman approaches me. His name tag said names. Mark. Luke. It was Luke. And Luke comes up to me and says, I saw your video. I said, oh, really? And then he says, I saw your video, and I am Amy's boyfriend. And I immediately thought, oh, boy, I hope I didn't say anything to upset him. First of all, kids, if you ever come across kids, wherever you're at, and whoever you're going with, if someone, it's usually only one person that's jealous, and that jealous person you should get as far away from as possible. Uncle Martin's been through a few experiences, hundreds and hundreds of experiences, and that's when I come to the episode of money and women, all right? But put that on the back shelf. We're just talking about people that come to, when women say, he's so jealous, he means he loves me. No. That means that he's cheating on you. More than likely. Or he's very insecure. Anybody that's not going to let you have your parents around, friends around, they just want to be with you, nobody else. Take a big look at these people, because there should be a concern down the road. Hopefully you don't get married under those circumstances. That'll be too late, or maybe not. But things don't work out to where people that have jealousies, it always seems to be a negative situation in the partnership that you come to rely on as a partner. So this fellow Luke comes up to me and says, his girlfriend and all that, and then he says, I could feel the vibe. We're all telepathic and empaths. We all are. And he seemed, positive. And he says, I saw your episode, and you are, and he couldn't say it. I said, yeah, I'm Uncle Martin. He says, oh, you're Uncle Martin. I said, yeah. And I saw his name tag. I said, hey, Luke, how do you do? And then from there, it was something like, I asked him what episode it was, and I guess it was yesterday's episode with the corn. So then I said, but he didn't have time to finish it or whatever. That's all he could remember. I was trying to grab him to see which episode it was, because, we're at 31, 32 now. I don't know, last count. And I wanted to know, a little feedback. So it came down, I guess he just saw yesterday's. But he said, I'll check out the rest and everything. Yeah, that's fantastic. So then he said, this is what I'm grabbing at here. He says, I met somebody that was famous. I'm thinking, I said thank you and all that, and then I kind of, I didn't grab it at the moment. That's what I'm saying. Kids, I just told you in the last episode, every doggone one of us, everybody breathing here on Planet Terrific, we're terrible, however you want to look at it. We are all special. We are all individual, different than anybody else, for crying out loud. I went through the eye to the toes, how many, there's 9. I think the nose is also, they didn't put the nose. I think everybody has a different nose. Anyway, so we're all different, unique individuals. We're all original, unique individuals. No one is better or less than anyone else. Anybody, all this stardom stuff that everybody's Googling over. I mean, I was caught up in movies and stuff, but I did get excited when that guy on the horse on Parada del Sol on my fourth grade out of my fourth grades, the guy that was on my feast day, you know, that guy, I can't think of his name. Yes, Daniel Papini, yeah, get off that water trout. Quit, I'm not going to say throwing eggs on little kid, because that's negative. But that was the guy, Walter Brennan. Thank you. Walter Brennan was coming down on the horse, and Mom says, that's the guy that's your feast day. You got the same birthday. I said, wow, that's fantastic. And he just said, hey, how you doing, son? I thought, wow, that's fantastic. But we're all fantastic. All of us kids are fantastic. I know this planet is putting everybody as a number, and you're just something that, you know, you're okay, or you're okay, and you're not okay. That kind of thing, you know? It's totally negative, and it's not the way to be perceiving everyone. If you look at everyone and perceive them as a star, as someone that's notably a star, in that way, you can very easily, if you think in that way, give out more kindness and love. It's when we start looking at that bum that's in the dumpster. I already told you about that. You know how just eating that cannoli and hot dog up there. That's, you look back and look if you want. But we're all here to learn something. And that thing we're here to learn is that we're all unique and no one's better than anybody else. We're all here to learn that, okay? I know Hollywood isn't putting it out that way, but yeah, you know, they're working on it, I'm sure, some way. Okay, so he shakes my hand and I'm shaking his hand. And that's what I was going to say. It's going to come full circle, trust me. I was in kindergarten, and I was first asking when I was doing all this, what did I have to go to kindergarten for? I could have went to first grade. I heard about people not even, you preschoolers can, maybe if you're smart enough, which you are, you can bypass kindergarten and go all the way up to first, second, third grade. I mean, they do these tests now and say, yeah, you don't even belong in kindergarten. You got, and they drag you up the ladder. I wasn't in that class. I was not, Marco Martin wasn't in that class. He was, he was in a lot of classes, but not that class. So I went over, I briskly went over it on my first episode, and I didn't touch upon the whole importance of this. What I did with starting this was, why did I have to go to kindergarten? That was ridiculous. And then it all hit me that when I was swinging, telling the Viking chick next to me what a great swinger I was. Swinging on the swing. Swingers can be all kinds of different things nowadays. I don't want to get anybody, you know. So I was swinging, and I was saying how far I could go, because you know the 1, 2, 3, you jump off and land, and you stand there, draw the line behind you. You never turn around because they'll say you're cheating. You always draw the line behind your heels and turn around and say, who challenges me? And there's always somebody on that swing saying, I'll do it. And they could be all the way down at the end. They could be next there. They could be down here. There's always a bunch of swings that people are going to challenge you on. And then you'll look down the line and somebody will say, I'm further than you. I'm further. And that's when the teacher comes in as the mediator and decides who's the winner. All right. That's the law. Everybody knows the law. Come on. So when I did my fantastic jump and I did the line, I said, I didn't even get to say who challenges me. This little guy, he's next to my Viking chick, and he was pushed out one push. He didn't, and while he's out pushed toward me, I said, "Get off my swing!" And he went back, but he didn't do the 3. He went back and he jumped, really crummy short jump. I saw maybe this. I saw when he scooped up the hand, a handful of sand. How does this sand keep coming into the stories? Well, this is a negative hand of sand, a fistful of sand. And he's coming low at me, and I'm thinking, I saw the same movie last night. It was Tonto going into the masked man guy with silver bullets and all that. He kept sending Tonto into the town, and he was always getting either harassed or something. And somebody threw sand in his face, and then they beat him up. Well, I was thinking, I saw that same movie. And by the way, Tonto, you know what Tonto means? Who are these white men giving these Indians names? Tonto? Tonto means stupid. You know what that means, kids. When you say, hey, he's stupid, that means the kid can't learn. That's absolutely incorrect. Every kid can learn, all right? So what are they saying? Tonto can't learn? I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep some cosmic humor here. I know somebody doesn't think it's funny. So now the kid, well, by the way, when you have a kid had a handful of sand, he's running at you, do not close your eyes. I closed my eyes. If I would have kept my eyes open, I just dodged it because he's going to throw it. I can dodge it. I didn't do that. So when I closed my eyes, that's when he tackled me. And that's when we were rolling. And we were rolling to where I was going to pop him because I was breaking Dad's rule. He says, if I ever see or hear of you fighting, it's going to be a black belt beat. It'll be a spanking like you've never had before. I wasn't thinking that way. I was just thinking I was going to hit this guy no matter what because he threw sand in my face. And I'm ready to hit him. And then I'm looking up and I see the legs of a tall teacher. And she says, no, we don't do that here. And I said, it's his fault. And she says, no, it's your fault. And she's pointing at me. It's my fault. She says, look at those swings. And I saw the Viking chick. I saw a kid over here. That's about all. I saw 2 kids. And then she says, is there any empty seats on these? Is there any more swings that can be swung on that are empty? I said, yeah, I guess there's one down there, and a couple over here. Yeah, okay. So she says, we share here. Nothing belongs to you. We share. Okay. And she says, it's your fault. So, okay, it was my fault. Okay. So we're standing up. Both of us are standing up. And she says, shake hands. And I said, no, I don't think so. And she says, yes, you will shake hands. I said, no, I don't think. She said, you have to shake hands. I said, why? Sportsmanship. I said, sportsmanship? I heard about sportsmanship, even at 5, I knew sportsmanship. I forgot about I didn't think this was sportsmanship, but I'm putting my hand out, and this kid doesn't want to shake my hand. So she's saying, you have to do this. And before, while we're talking and everything, me and Teach, this kid is going like this. And I'm thinking, it's my first day in kindergarten. What do I know? What do I know? All I know is this meant, in my mind, it meant good job. Good job. Good job. That's what I was thinking. Good job. So then she gets this kid to gives me a handshake. So I give him a handshake. I was good. That's what I'm saying. Firm handshakes are very important. This kid gave me a fish handshake. A fishy, little, barely a. And then she's looking, seeing that this kid is not letting go of this, but she didn't even know. Well, then she said immediately after that, she says, "You're staying after school." Me. I said, "Oh, okay, it was my fault. I came. All right. First day in kindergarten, I'm staying after school." So we get in there. I don't remember anything else. Maybe it was milk and cookies. Go to sleep. Nap time. I believe it was only like half a day. We got at it by noon. I think that's what it was. Yeah, because we got back, and I think it was either Lucille Ball or Queen for a Day. We had time to see that. Queen for a Day. Okay, I think I touched upon that. We won't go there again. I'm now told, I'm asking Teach, I said, because all the kids are gone, I said, Teach, can I go home? She says, no, you've got to sit over there. And I said, and then I said, well, you're not going to tell my dad, are you? Because I kept thinking the whole time, I had a fight. It's a black belt. Remember? See her here? It's a black belt like you never forget. So I had a fight. I'm really concerned. And I think it was fear going through me. I couldn't wait not to have a black belt. Those black belts, they were never pleasant. They weren't. Kids, I know you don't know about black belts, but take my word for it. Try to avoid them. So she gave me a graham cracker. All right, a 1 graham cracker. As you know, you can break it in half, and then you can break it in quarters. Fractions. There you go. You break it in quarters. So here I am sitting in a chair, baby chair, kindergarten chair, looking out the window. Not the window. The two doors had one, two, three panes of glass. I could see through the bottom of them because I'm small. I'm looking down, long brick walkway. And I said, well, you're not going to tell my dad, are you, Teach? And she says, she didn't say anything. I said, well, can I go home? She says, no, called your mother. She's coming to get you. I said, oh boy, Mom's coming to get me. Okay. And then while I'm thinking about all this beating I'm going to get, now normally kids, when you do this, always have a plate under you because it's negative if you don't. When you break it in half like that, one you can use as a saw and the other is the log. And you go back and forth. And for some reason, the top one, the saw, always holds up. The log gets cut through. They're the same substance. How does this work? I don't know. And I made a lot of crumbs. I wasn't concerned about that. And then I ate my little cookies. And then I see her head coming up over the thing. Mom's here! All right, get out of here. So I burst open the doors. 1, 2, 3 steps. Little Joe, whatever his name is. Little Joe from Kokomo. That'd be mean, or that would be negative. I don't know. I don't remember his name. He comes around a corner, and he has his fist, and he's going like this, and it's like he hits a wall. It was like close to my face, but I could have dodged it. I mean, he was roundhousing really bad, and he's like stops, hits a wall, and I'm thinking, what's the matter with this kid? And then I look behind me. Here's Teach. Teach is standing there right behind me, and he turns white. And he's caught in the act with the fist, and like he's gonna hit me. She caught him, and she says, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "Oh yeah." And she says, "You're not supposed to be here. If I ever see this again, I'm telling your parents." The kid runs off. That's all you have to hear is tell your parents at that age, or pretty much any age, I would imagine. And so now Mom's coming up, and I didn't realize this until I'm telling you now. Mom saw the whole thing. She saw the roundhouse and everything. So now I want to grab Mom. Let's get out of here, Mom. And now she's chit-chatting with Teach, and Teach saying, "Oh yeah, it was just some misunderstanding the kids had. They just they were fighting." Oh man, she said fighting. So, but there was just a misunderstanding. I felt that I should keep him I should keep Uncle Martin after school, just so nothing would happen. And I didn't realize this until I was recanting this, that's what I was saying in episode 1 when I said do all the things you're going to do, little mouse, that you're going to get by the one or a bunch of them. You play that little game. But before that little game, the teacher's always going to say, I'll walk you to the bus. I'll walk you to your bike. I'll walk you to the extent to where you can run home now. Or whatever it is. That's where you stand your ground and say, no, I appreciate it. We're going to play this little game. And Uncle Martin, he's given me some tools. And I can't wait to use them. But you don't say that either. You just say, I've got some tools that I'm going to do tomorrow. And thank you for asking, though. I appreciate that. And then you go and play the game. That in episode 1. So we're now Mom and teacher jibber-jabbing, chit-chatting back and over. And now I'm going back home with Mom, hand in Mom, you're not going to tell Dad. You're not going to tell Dad about me fighting. She wouldn't answer. She said, oh, maybe, blah. She wouldn't answer. So we get home. I did watch the end of Queen for a day. We were a little late. And I got to see Lucille Ball. In fact, at that time, 1959, I believe, they were doing that movie. If anyone remembers the movie, they had some kind of trailer they were pulling, all kinds of funny antics they were doing, but they were doing that in Flagstaff at that time. Just put that on the back shelf, it'll come full circle. Another circle. Might as well throw that circle in too. So I was watching, I believe, by the time Dad got there, it must have been about 4 o'clock. I think Superman was on, where you put your cape on and fly around the room. Why do you remember these things, kid? Because it was a big day for me, all right? Dad wants to know, and it was about time supper, so we're sitting down at supper. Mom, during supper, tells Dad everything that happens. And Dad's looking at me like, oh, you had a fight. You had a fight? I said, yeah, Dad, I had a fight, and I believe it was my fault. I confessed I had to, because you got to tell the truth with your parents. So he says, okay, all right, okay, let's finish eating. All right, we'll have dessert. Okay, I'm waiting for the black belt. Son of a gun, no black belt. I got to watch Top Cat. And then I had to go to bed. But Well, I went to bed and I was, saying my prayers like everybody should before they go to bed. Then when I get in bed, we always got a story. Well, I didn't get a story that night. I didn't get a story. Dad said, the rules have been changed. Yeah, the rules have been changed. Because prior, remember, it was just if you saw or heard bro and me fighting, be a black belt. Now it all been changed. He says, those are the new rules. If I ever see or hear of you starting a fight or running from a fight, it'll be a black belt. It'll be a spanking like you've never had before. Okay, Dad, I will never do those things. And he says, if you're going to fight, if you have to fight, only if you have to fight, you better arm wrestle first. And then he extended it to, see, kids, I never followed all these little episodes that you might have had or didn't have yet. I could have avoided every doggone fight except that one in chapter 7 with all the kids that circled me. I'd have to go to rule number 4 no matter what on that one. I'm sorry, but there's sometimes you just have to go to rule number 4, which we didn't. So the rules were, if you would just follow what I'm saying, arm wrestle no matter what before you fight, okay? And that's why I was trying to get that across in the first episodes. It's so important you do that. So you never, if you have to, if you arm wrestle or fight, afterwards shake hands. It's sportsmanship. And I said, yes, Dad, I learned sportsmanship today. And then after that, it was nothing until the 4th rule, which came in on episode 3, go over and knock out the biggest guy. And then I'm not going to go into that again, but that's episode 3, how that happens, how that happened. The, not bully, the leader. So, do we have all that done now? Yes. See, the teacher was holding me back for my protection. That's all. That's all she was doing, kids. It wasn't that I was really well, it was my fault, but she was more concerned that this means after school, I was oblivious to after school until later on. As you know, that happened so many times to me. It's not funny, but as we look back, So now we're back again. Okay, just another small circle before we get back to Luke. My brother comes home. So I was in 1st grade now. My brother comes home from kindergarten. Mrs. Duncan. I don't know why I remember that, because Dunkin' Donuts maybe. Did they get her name, that name from Mrs. Duncan? I don't know. Mrs. Duncan. He comes running home, and he's all excited. He says, I was sitting in kindergarten, and Lucille. So I was in 2nd grade, 2 years ahead. Okay. So he's in kindergarten. Lucille Ball, I got to sit on her lap. And I said, this kid is lying, man. Dad, give him a spanking. And Mom says, no, I went and got him. And Lucille Ball was there. Lucille Ball was there? And I didn't get to see her. I was in another school. I was down the road. I was, oh, man, I missed Lucille Ball. Remember all those chocolates? And she had a, that was the classic of all. If you don't remember the chocolate one, you got to Google that. It's just so funny. I think they got it in color now. It was black and white when I saw it. So bro had all that going with him, and oh man. Anyway, I had to throw that in there since that was the time period. Now, back to Luke. I'm shaking his hand and everything, and I felt a good vibe, and plus he gave me a good handshake, a man handshake. That's what I was saying. It's important that you know a person by their handshake. Those fish handshakes, you got to be careful of, all right? Always be careful. So anyway, on the way out, I did find my cat food. I found the chilies that I needed for the soup that I'm making, and I'm about ready to go have. By the way, if you saute up your vegetables first, whatever they are, and then you put them in the soup, it's going to come out much more positive. Everybody will want that soup rather than just throw the vegetables in and make the soup. Okay, just something, put it on the back shelf. So I get over to the information place, there's Amy. I say, hey, can you take care of me? Hey, yeah, come on over. So here we are. I got my products that I'm doing, and then I said, hey, by the way, I think I said I met your boyfriend, but I guess it went over her head or something, because then she said, I don't know, whatever it was pretty important, but somehow I was just thinking, did I miss anything from putting in the soup, all I needed was the green chilies, I had everything else. So anyway, then she's saying, well, yeah, we both watched, oh yeah, that's what it was. When we go home, we live with Mom, and we have dinner, and then afterwards we put you up on our phone, and and we watched some episodes. I said, oh, that is so sweet. And then she said, yeah, I got somebody that wants to meet you. He's a fan of yours. I said, really? You got a fan? I got a fan? And she said, yeah. I said, and I thought immediately. I said, well, this Luke is her boyfriend. Maybe this is the guy obviously it is. I mean, it has to be the fan. So I said, it's not Luke, by the way, is it? And she, you know Luke? I said, yeah, I shook hands with the guy. Yeah, I got a good vibe. Seems like a positive guy. So, I don't know, we kind of left it at that. And it was so sweet that that's what I told her. I said, I have some people, because I got clients all over the place. And the ones in Germany, because I Googled and I said, how far out can Uncle Martin go, on this YouTube? How far? And I Googled, and they said, you can't go to China. I guess some people can watch you in China, but I guess there's ways around it, I think that's what it said. Russia? Nah, I don't think so. And maybe certain parts. And then Germany. Can't do it in Germany. So I'm thinking, oh, geez, I don't know anybody. All I know is people in Germany. So I text Germany, and I said, punch in Uncle. I just said, how to beat up a bully, without having a fight, YouTube, and they couldn't get it, So they kept going. Then I mentioned that I was Uncle Martin, and then they text back and they said, we found you. We put in Uncle Martin, and you did that. I said, wow, cool. Germany's got me. Oh, that's so nice. Germany. And my grandmother was born in, I believe, the Black Forest. I think I told her, maybe not, but yeah, Black Forest, nanny, German. So I know I've swayed so many ways here, but I was just trying to get across the importance of kindergarten for all you preschoolers and kindergartners, and all you people that are with more experience, like up to 93. Has anyone forgotten sharing? Good sportsmanship is all I want to ask. Kindness. These are the three things that are so important on this planet right now. So that's what we're here to learn, all of those things. And that's really all I wanted to get across to everybody, that sometimes we forget these so fundamental things from our beginning, that we get down the road and forget all that thing. All these greedy people over here that forget to share. I'm talking to you guys. Just share some more rather than just taking all the time. Just give some more of your stuff. Don't take from some other person and then pass it around. Give it from yourselves, is all I'm saying. Yeah? I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not picking on the cats, the dogs, or the mice. We got to come together here with kindness, more understanding, and love. And I'm just going to have to leave it on that note. And then I know we can be victorious in our future. Very victorious. And I got to say it again. Victorious the rest of our time here, if we come together like that. So until I see you again, it'll probably be on the money, 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 women, women, women. I know you've been waiting for that one. I've been promising for so long. I'll put all the job stuff on another episode sometime. But it'll be money, 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 and women, women, women the next time I see you. Until then, aloha and be well.